Well, hey guys, and good evening. It is John C. Morley here, serial entrepreneur. This is a Friday. It's March 27, 2026. And that Friday means that we are actually on, yes, the last day of the master topic. It's day 7. We start on a Saturday and we roll the way through the week and we finish up on a Friday. For those of you that are here for the very first time, hey, welcome and thank you so much for choosing to join and listen to the content or watch me and apply this to your life. I really do appreciate that. If you're coming back and you've been here once, twice, or many times, I'm really grateful that you're returning and coming back. Of course, welcome back to you. Thank you so much. If you are new here or not, and you have not visited believemeachieve.com, do that after the show is over. And you can get my short form content, my long form content, articles, reels, and so much more. You're definitely going to enjoy that. All right, guys, if you're thirsty, I don't want you famished. So definitely get yourself a drink, something to eat, fruit, what have you, healthy, tart or not. That's totally up to you. And without any further ado, let's kick this show off. Are you ready? I know I am. All right, guys. So welcome everyone to Inspirations for Your Life. This is series 5. This is show number 13, and it is episode number 7. Again, ending the master topic that we talked about. See it right, live it strong. Series 5 means that we are actually in the 5th year. We are not completed our 5th year. We completed our 4th year. So we're 4 years and a few more days, 3 months. So that's what our master topic was this week and still is today for show 13. See it right, live it strong. Hey guys, if you don't know who I am, welcome. I'm John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur, engineer, marketing specialist, video producer, podcast host, coach, keynote speaker, graduate student, and guys, a passionate lifelong learner. And I have one more thing to add to my repertoire, and that is I'm going to be a published author in less than 30 days. I am so excited. Really, I'll tell you more about the book when we do the dedication, which will be on the 17th to my parents of April. That's coming up. So this episode of Inspirations for Your Life, it dives into building real momentum. How consistent action, small wins, and deliberate momentum create unstoppable growth. So, tonight, I'm exploring 30 powerful strategies that can show you how to act decisively, reinforce confidence, and turn your daily efforts into long term successes. Whether for your personal life, business, or growth habits, these points will give clarity, focus, and energy to make your choices count. I think that's the most important thing. So, as I said, today is Friday, and today's granular topic, by the way, is how to build real momentum. Series 5, show 13, episode number 7. So, let's get right into that first point because I know you guys are wondering what it is. A little swig of water there. Momentum changes everything, folks. Small actions spark big transformations. You don't have to move a giant mountain to start getting major transformations. I think that's an important thing to realize. Number 2, guys, progress builds power. Consistent wins amplify your influence. And number 3, keep moving forward. Even tiny steps accumulate over time, right? Number 4. Small wins matter. They compound into major results. So let's keep doing them. Number 5, momentum builds confidence. Say it with me. Momentum builds confidence. Momentum builds confidence. Action reinforces belief in yourself. Action reinforces belief in yourself. Action reinforces belief in yourself. See, if I tell you to do something, it's one thing. But when you've actually done it and you feel that euphoric feeling in your body, like, oh, wow, this is a natural high. I want to keep doing this. That's what's going to do it. Action reinforces belief in yourself. Action reinforces belief in yourself. Action reinforces belief in yourself. You guys get that? Hopefully you do. Number 6, progress compounds. Daily effort multiplies long-term impact. It really does. So don't be discouraged because you're not where you want to be today. That is completely, guys, A-okay. Yeah, it is A-okay to know that. And I think if you realize, that whole concept, I think it'll make a very big difference for you guys. And I say difference because a lot of people don't realize what difference means or why there is a difference. I think that's a very hard thing for a lot of people, to understand. When I say the word difference, they're just saying, well, gee, what does it mean to me? How does that affect me? And I think that's an important piece that a lot of people they get stuck on that. I mean, to be quite honest with you, and then they don't want to move forward anymore. Number 7, stay consistent. Repeat actions create unstoppable rhythm. It's like, you get into that groove, right? You don't want to stop singing. You can't get the words and the melody out of your head. But this is a positive thing, right? Maybe you're exercising and I can't wait to do it again because it feels so good to lift those weights. I know some people will say I'm crazy, but when you get into a habit and you enjoy it, your body keeps craving it, even if it is challenging. Number 8, guys, momentum creates results. Effort without delay converts to achievement. Effort without delay creates achievement. Effort without delay creates achievement. I think some people, they get a little bit upset because they're not seeing the achievement immediately. And that doesn't mean you should stop, guys. It means that you should think about what you're doing and keep pushing forward. Number 9, keep stacking wins. Layer successes to accelerate the growth in your life. Keep stacking them. I don't care if they're small stacks, if they're big stacks, just keep stacking them. That action alone is going to give you a natural euphoric feeling, okay? Raising the dopamine, the serotonin in our bodies to make us feel really good. So keep that stack going, all right? Because it will accelerate your growth. Number 10, movement builds energy. Okay. If you take your hands and you rub them together, you guys can hear me doing this in front of the microphone. Okay, for those of you not seeing me, and I do that really fast for a little while. Can you hear? You can hear the rubbing of my hands. I do that for a while. Some of you are seeing me. Other people are like, "What are you doing?" I'm taking my 2 hands and I'm going up and down really fast, and I'm getting energy. I'm getting heat energy in my hands. Movement creates energy. That's a perfect example of that. So this same energy generates motivation and it creates more drive. Well, this creates more heat, which makes me want to keep doing it, right? So it's a very positive cycle that keeps going around. And that's good when the cycle feeds and does something that's beneficial for us and others. All right, number 11, guys. Progress fuels growth. Consistent improvement creates exponential returns. So being consistent, showing up day in and day out, even if there's no return on day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 30, you keep doing it. The consistency is going to guarantee you will get improvement, and it will be exponential because you're going to be so overwhelmed, like, oh my gosh, like this really changed. And that's the whole thing we're going for. It's just that it doesn't come in right away. But when it hits us, like, oh, wow, like, where'd that come from? It came from you rubbing your hands, like I'm calling that buildup, right? We don't get heat in 2 seconds. It takes some time to build up that friction, that heat. Number 12, guys. Momentum builds belief. Forward motion strengthens commitment. Forward motion strengthens commitment. Number 13, guys. Keep going daily. Persistence will always outperform intermittent effort. You might say, gee, I only want to do this when I feel like it. And that might be once a month. That might be twice a year. But progress doesn't keep growing when you stop, right? If I take my hands and I stop after rubbing, well, the hands stop becoming warm. There's no more energy. Same thing happens with your motivation. Number 14, guys, progress builds strength. Overcoming obstacles develops resilience. Now, I know overcoming obstacles is something you're like, oh, I don't want to overcome an obstacle. You can do it. It's more of the fear of what it's like than you actually doing it. I think that's probably one of the most important things that I can actually tell you is that, you know, when you get over it and when you realize that you're doing something like, wow, I'm doing it. I'm swimming. I'm reading. I'm learning. Whatever it is, and you're like, oh wow, I'm doing it. That really creates a positive momentum in our bodies, in our mind. Number 15, guys. Momentum creates a very unique sense of clarity. Consistent effort reduces indecision. Means we become very precise in what we want. But the more we do consistent effort, the more that our blinders get taken off, the more that we have the opportunity to see a different perspective. And I've said before, guys, that our perspective creates a reality. Our reality doesn't happen from nowhere, it happens from our perceptions. Our perceptions create our reality. That's what happens, guys. And when we can know that and know that we can be so crystal clear, we can mitigate and minimize indecision. See, indecision gets people upset, gets people sad, gets people depressed, gets people to quit. The indecision is just an obstacle in life that's testing us. So we can get past that. So next time we are more clear, we are more precise. Number 16, guys, stay committed. Long-term focus outperforms short-term distraction. Simple. Just keep performing over and over and over and over again. You might say, but John, I'm tired. I don't want to do this. I'm not telling you to run a million miles. I'm telling you to do something comfortable. But I'm telling you that being uncomfortable means you're going to do something that may not be as pleasant, but you don't have to burn yourself out. For example, I might tell you to write with your left hand if you're right-handed, or if you're lefty, I'll tell you to write with your right hand. And it's going to feel funny at first, not painful, but just different, awkward. And then you adjust to it and you realize, oh, wow, this is working. Like I'm getting better at ambidextrous. Number 17, guys, progress builds identity. Of course, it defines our character as well. Repeat action shapes your personal brand. A lot of people I know that have a brand get so egotistical about it that they're not humble. And I think the humbleness in a brand can get people craving and running towards you. But when you start saying, oh, I'm this, I'm that, and I'm the best, and you have this ego, a strong ego, it's going to get people turned off. They're not going to want to learn from you. They're not even going to want to be around you or even talk to you. That's important, guys. So progress builds identity. Repeat action, consistency, shapes your brand, shapes your character, shapes your integrity. Yeah. Your integrity doesn't build in 5 seconds. Your integrity builds by what you do when you're not around people, because that's what you do all the time. And then when you're in front of people, it just resonates because that's how you are. Number 18, guys. Momentum creates success. Movement turns intention into achievement. It does. It turns intention into achievement. Number 19. Keep pushing forward. Why? Persistence turns struggle into opportunity. Keep pushing forward. In all the challenges I've had in my life, I said, well, gee, this square peg isn't going through the round hole, but how can I make it go through the hole? What other thing could I do? Right? If we can't get it through that hole, do I make the hole bigger? Do I shave off some of the block? What options do I have to get to my solution? What options? And life is a bunch of games where we have to play and be creative, but not get stressed because we didn't win. It's not like going to a basketball game or going to a football game like, oh, I didn't win, and using all kinds of 4-letter words. That's not what winning is. Winning is you deriving the strength to make the necessary adaptations so you can score that goal, so you can pass that soccer ball or that basketball or what have you. But most people say, well, gee, look at that person. He's doing it. He's doing it. Yeah, but what you don't know about that person is he was in the same boat you were 5, 10, however many years ago. So he had to learn too. So keep pushing forward. Persistence turns struggle in opportunity. And again, that's one of those moments where it's not always pleasant. I didn't say painful, just uncomfortable, just different, right? If I asked you tonight to brush your teeth with your opposite hand, if you're right handed, use your left. If you're left handed, use your right. And you could do it, it's not painful, but it's uncomfortable. You might learn something. You might realize that, gee, when I'm using this, I'm really not getting that back tooth, right? You're going to become more aware because you're going to get a different perception from the sense that you're now being part of. Number 20, guys. Number 20 is this: progress builds confidence. Results will reinforce self assurance. It's like a pat on the back. Good job. Good job. We don't need pats on the backs from other people. We can create our own pats from getting that reinforcement of doing the task right. Now, that's not going to happen to you the very first time you do it. In fact, you're going to want to quit. You're going to want to give up. But that's when most people do give up. You need to hang on. I learned this from a wise scholar many years ago. John, the only difference between success and true failure is that the successful people just are able to hang on just a few seconds longer. That's it. And the ones that are not successful, they just drop immediately. Just a few seconds longer. That could be the difference of success. Number 21, guys. Momentum builds future. What you do today will shape your tomorrow. I'm going to say this 2 more times. What you do today shapes tomorrow. What you do today shapes tomorrow. Now, you might say, well, John, I didn't really want to do that. It doesn't matter if you want to do it or didn't want to do that. If you keep doing it, that action is going to shape who you are and shape your behaviors and shape your outcomes in the future. So you are right now where the outcomes you are. I started learning something a long time ago, and it was about how to show up in this world. It's in my book. And so most people think the way to show up is to be loud, to be boisterous, to say, I'm the best, I'm like the top. And guys, that doesn't work. Just like nobody wants to be sold to, nobody wants to be talked down to, nobody wants to be demeaned. They are most time open to advice and advice as long as you can do it in a manner that's respectful. I often tell people when you give advice, don't criticize the person or the character of the person. Say, look, you're a great person, and I think you're doing an amazing job. We just need to change 2 behaviors that are happening or 2 actions that are happening when this results. And now that takes it away from them. It's just a behavior. It's an action. It's not them. Okay, you're doing a great job. Just whenever we get a full shipment in, we just need this action happening instead of this action. Right? We need whoever's receiving it to index them calmly. And even if the shipping person gets you all rustled up, they need to just chill and they need to stay on track, because what's happening is the shipping people are beating us and we're not getting our full deliveries. And that's a problem. And that's costing us thousands of dollars a year, let's just say. I'm giving you an example. That's just one idea. Number 22, guys, stay focused. Eliminating distractions multiplies your output. That's it. Eliminating distractions will multiply your output. Why do some people not stay focused? Well, they get a tangent. They hear about something. Something else catches their eye, and they're not disciplined enough to stay on track. I remember being in grammar school, in high school. And I remember that after school, I would come home and I would do my homework. And then I would go out and play. Well, there was one time I came home and a friend was coming over. I was like, well, I have to do my homework first. So my mom was like, you can do your homework this weekend. Today's Friday. You can do your homework this weekend. Now, on Fridays, I went to a Catholic grammar school in high school. They usually didn't give homework on Fridays, but there were a couple that did. Like one math teacher did. And they said, you know why? Because you're going to go to college and they're going to assign homework all the time. It doesn't matter whether it's a holiday or not. They're going to assign homework and you're going to need to do it. Number 23, guys, progress will always trump out and win long term. It just might seem like it's getting stepped on because you're not seeing the immediate gratification. You want the short term instead of the long term. The long term takes longer, has more consequences, but has a better result. Consistency beats the intensity bursts. If you're in a race and you have to keep that race going for so many miles, if you run at your highest level, you're going to burn out. If you want to endure that race, you've got to throttle back between a medium and a high once in a while. You can't stay at that high the entire race. You will burn out. You could get hurt too. Number 24, guys. Momentum builds power. Forward motion amplifies the influence. And I think sometimes when we don't see an influence directly in front of us, we're like, well, wait a minute. I don't know what I need to do. Right? I don't know what I need to do. And I think that's a problem for a lot of people. I don't know what I should do or how I'm going to do it. Right? I think that's a very important thing again for a lot of people. They don't realize like what's happening and why things are happening that way. Right? I think sometimes people get frustrated with themselves. They get frustrated. And this frustration causes a problem for everyone. Everyone, not just one person, guys. It happens for everyone. I think that's a very important thing to observe. That it happens to everyone. It doesn't just happen to you. All right. That's really key. Number 25, guys. Keep building continual effort as it will compound into mastery. You want to become a master at something? Keep practicing your craft. Don't ask when you're going to become a master. Keep doing it until you are a master. Because if you keep looking for mastery and it's not there, you're like, oh, I didn't get it yet. I'm going to stop. No, keep doing it. And when you become at that mastery level, you're like, wow, I'm good. I got to keep doing this. And you're going to get the pat on the back, even if no one else gives it to you. Number 26, guys. Progress creates change. Incremental improvements create breakthroughs. That's key. The incrementalness. Number 27. Momentum drives success. Action produces measurable outcomes. It does. Number 28, stay in motion. Even small steps prevent stagnation, guys. Even the small steps. Doesn't have to be the big ones. Okay? Number 29, progress defines you. Your habits become your identity. It becomes your character, it becomes your integrity. Number 30, our last point. Momentum creates your life. Deliberate action is the ultimate leverage that you can have. And in closing tonight, I want to share something that I think is really important for all of you listening and all of you watching. And I encourage you to go back to believemeachieve.com after the show and watch this and other shows, because there's a lot of nuggets in this show, and I don't expect you to get them all in just one watch or listening. Momentum, guys, isn't about the speed. It's about the consistent, deliberate action that compounds over time. Learn, guys, how to apply these 30 strategies that I shared with you this evening every single day of your life. You don't have to do every one of them, but pick one or two and keep doing that consistently. Eventually, you'll get to all of them. Track your wins and see how these small, subtle efforts become extraordinary results. It's like snowball. Starts really small, but it keeps roll, and it become this 50 or 200-foot boulder, right? I think that's the point. When we see something snowballing and it's so quick, like, wow. But when it takes days or months for that to build up, a perfect example is sea glass. And a wise person once told me, John, we are like the sea glass. The earth refines us and smooths us out. I think that's pretty amazing. So the sea glass takes a long time to get the rough edges out. Well, the world takes some time to get the rough edges out of us, so we're much better people. And you'll get extraordinary results. That's important. You can catch every episode, guys, of Inspirations for Your Life at believemeachieve.com. And you could step into clarity, take action, guys, with intention, and live deliberately every day. Momentum is yours. Are you willing to go get it? That's the choice. I hope you guys have a great day and a great evening, and check out believemeachieve.com. And I'll see you guys on another show real soon. Be well, everyone.